The alien girl needs offspring fast, and I'm the only man on board. It had been a long week of exploration along the outer rim of human-controlled space, and the crew had grown restless. Supplies were low and morale was slipping. Still, Aaron was proud of his small team. They were the last line of human presence in this sector, and he would do whatever it took to keep them safe. "Captain," said Lieutenant Kara, his communications officer, "I'm picking up an unidentified life signal near the cargo bay." Aaron frowned. The cargo bay was empty except for supplies and maintenance equipment. A life signal on this ship. Kara tapped her console, her fingers moving quickly over the holographic interface. "It's faint but definitely organic, not one of us." Aaron felt a chill run down his spine. There were strict protocols for stowaways, especially in uncharted space, but this signal was different. "Send a security team," he ordered. "I want to know what's hiding down there." Moments later, two security officers, armed but cautious, entered the cargo bay. As they swept the area with scanners, a soft, melodic voice suddenly spoke. "Please don't hurt me." Aaron's eyes widened. He rushed down the corridor following the voice. Behind a stack of storage crates he saw her, a small figure with delicate features, shimmering silver skin and wide, luminescent eyes. Her hair was like a flowing river of violet, and her presence seemed almost ethereal. She raised her hands, showing she meant no harm. "I'm Lyra," she said softly. "I need help." Aaron stepped closer, trying to assess whether she was dangerous. She didn't appear armed, and there was a genuine fear in her eyes. "Lyra," he repeated. "Where did you come from? How did you get on my ship?" "I fled my world," she whispered. "It's dying, my people. We need someone like you to help us survive." Aaron blinked. He had heard strange tales from explorers in this sector, stories of alien refugees and unknown civilizations. But this was different. She looked fragile, almost childlike, yet there was a quiet strength in her gaze. "Explaining doesn't help me," Aaron said. "Why are you here? What do you mean, someone like me?" Lyra hesitated, then spoke, her voice trembling. I am the last hope for my species. We cannot continue without the knowledge and essence of another intelligent being. Your people, humans, have something rare. You can help us preserve our future." Aaron frowned, unsure how to respond. It sounded like something out of a myth or a scientific experiment too advanced for human understanding. "Preserve your future, how?" Lyra's eyes filled with urgency. "If I cannot succeed, my people will vanish. I need to transfer our knowledge and our life essence. Only someone like you can help me do it." Aaron swallowed hard. This was unlike anything he had ever faced. He glanced at the crew behind him, all staring with a mixture of fear and curiosity. Kara stepped forward. "Captain, we have to consider the risks. Bringing her aboard could attract hostile aliens, and we don't know her capabilities." Aaron nodded. "I know, Kara, but we also can't leave her out there to die. We'll keep her under observation. But if she's hiding anything—" He let the threat hang in the air. Lyra bowed her head. "I understand." Over the next few hours, Aaron arranged for Lyra to be settled in the ship's observation lounge, away from the main crew quarters. She seemed fascinated by everything, her large eyes following every movement of the ship. "Your technology," she murmured, touching the walls lightly, "it is so different from our own, so creative." Aaron smiled faintly. "Humans have a way of making the impossible work." Lyra looked at him curiously. "You are human. You solved so many things with so little." Aaron chuckled. "That's us. Adapt, survive, improvise." That night Aaron couldn't sleep. He walked along the empty corridors thinking about Lyra's words. Her species' survival depended on him. That sounded impossible, even absurd. But then he thought of humanity's history. Against all odds, humans had survived plagues, wars, and extinction events. Maybe they could help. Suddenly, the ship's AI spoke through the intercom. "Captain Vance, sensors indicate a small fleet of unknown vessels approaching. Their trajectory is consistent with intercepting your ship. They are armed and may be hostile." Aaron's heart raced. Kara, confirm how many? 3 vessels, Captain. All of them faster than us, and they are closing in quickly. Aaron took a deep breath. Prepare defensive maneuvers, shields up, weapons ready, and keep Lyra hidden. We can't let them know she's aboard. As the crew scrambled to their stations, Lyra approached him quietly. They know I am here, she asked. I don't know, Aaron admitted. But if they are looking for you, we need to be ready. Can you stay calm under pressure? Lyra nodded. I have no choice. The first blips appeared on the main screen, small but fast ships moving in tight formation. Aaron clenched his fists. Humans had always faced impossible odds, and he wasn't about to start doubting now. Kara, he said, we need a distraction. Get the decoy drones online and lead them away from the ship. I'll take manual control if needed. The crew worked tirelessly, and soon the Odyssey was maneuvering through a field of asteroids, using the natural obstacles as cover. Aaron guided the ship with skill born of years of experience, narrowly avoiding collisions while keeping Lyra calm. You humans, Lyra whispered, watching him work. You are remarkable. Even in danger, you remain calm. Aaron grinned. That's what survival teaches you. You don't panic. You think, adapt, and act. Hours passed, and the hostile ships eventually gave up, unable to match the Odyssey's ingenuity. Aaron let out a sigh of relief, slumping in his chair. Lyra watched him, a mixture of awe and gratitude in her eyes. You saved me, she said softly. And now perhaps you can save my people too. Aaron looked at her, realizing the weight of the responsibility he had just accepted. We'll find a way, he said firmly. Humanity always finds a way. For the first time, Lyra smiled, not a smile of fear, but one of hope. And for the first time in a long while, Aaron felt that same hope rising in him. The stars outside stretched endlessly, mysterious and infinite. Somewhere out there, Lyra's people waited, and somewhere out there, the future of her species, and perhaps the bond between humans and aliens, was about to begin. Aaron didn't know what challenges lay ahead. Hostile forces, uncharted planets, and impossible scientific tasks awaited him. But he did know one thing. Humanity had never backed down from a challenge, and he wasn't about to start now. As he turned to check on Lyra, she was already studying the ship's navigation panel, her fingers tracing the alien symbols. She looked up at him with determination. Captain, I think together we can succeed. Aaron nodded, a spark of resolve in his chest. Together, he agreed. The Odyssey sailed on, carrying a fragile alien hope and the steadfast courage of one human, ready to face the unknown. And somewhere deep in the galaxy, the story of humanity's ingenuity, bravery, and compassion was about to unfold in ways neither of them could yet imagine. The Odyssey cut through the darkness of space, leaving the failed interceptors behind. Captain Aaron Vance stood on the bridge, watching the stars streak past, his mind occupied with one thought: Lyra's people. Their survival now rested on him and his human crew, and he could feel the weight of that responsibility pressing down on his shoulders. Lyra was seated beside him, her eyes scanning the star charts with an intensity that made Aaron uneasy. Captain, she said softly, we need to reach the Zorian research station. It contains the technology my species requires. Without it, my people will vanish. Aaron frowned. You keep saying technology and life essence. Can you explain it in terms humans can understand? She paused, her large eyes reflecting the lights of the bridge. It is difficult. On my world, knowledge, memory, and even life energy are connected. My species developed a way to preserve our knowledge and essence through devices, but we require a compatible partner from another intelligent species to complete the transfer. Your people, humans, have the necessary biological interface. Aaron took a deep breath. So you want me to help save your species? That's a lot of pressure. Lyra tilted her head. I know, but you are the only one capable, and I trust humans more than any other intelligent species I have encountered. Aaron looked at her, feeling a mixture of pride and unease. Humanity had always faced impossible odds and survived, but this was something entirely new. "All right," he said finally. "We'll do it, but we'll do it safely. We need to understand exactly what this involves first." Lyra nodded, a faint smile touching her lips. Agreed. The journey to the Zorian research station was not easy. The station lay deep within a sector known for treacherous asteroid fields and unpredictable gravitational anomalies. The Odyssey's sensors detected dozens of hazards, and Aaron had to rely on human intuition as much as the ship's AI to navigate safely. "Kara, plot a course through the asteroid cluster," he ordered. "But keep it within our maneuvering limits. We can't afford a collision." As they entered the field, the ship shook with every close pass of massive rocks. Lyra's eyes widened as she observed the humans' methods. "Your people, you survive in such conditions with so little fear. My species would have perished long ago attempting this." Aaron smirked. "Fear slows you down. Focus keeps you alive." Hours passed, and the asteroid field proved relentless. The crew worked tirelessly, adjusting shields, thrusters, and navigation. Lyra offered suggestions based on her alien knowledge, but Aaron had to translate them into practical, human-usable methods. Together, they created a synergy of species, human ingenuity guided by alien insight. Finally, after what felt like an eternity, the shadowy outline of the Zorian station emerged from the void. It was enormous, a relic of a bygone civilization, partially damaged but still operational. Lights flickered faintly across its surface, and the docking bay welcomed them with an eerie silence. Aaron brought the ship to a careful stop. "We're here," he said. "Stay alert. We don't know what else might be out here." Lyra stepped forward, her movements graceful but purposeful. "The station is ancient, but its systems still function. We must access the core laboratory where the preservation devices are stored. Time is critical." Aaron nodded. "Lead the way." The docking process was tense. Aaron and the crew secured the Odyssey, ensuring that their shields and weapons remained active. The station had an unsettling quiet, the kind that made even seasoned humans uneasy. They stepped into the airlock, and Lyra guided them through the corridors, her knowledge of the station's layout remarkable. "Most of the corridors are automated," she explained. "But some areas, the defenses are still active. We must be cautious." As they approached the core laboratory, alarms suddenly blared. Red lights flashed and automated defense turrets activated. Aaron cursed under his breath. "Kara, shields up. Take control of the drones. We need a distraction." The crew moved swiftly. Humans are not known for giving up, and their ability to improvise under pressure was legendary. Aaron manually operated a small maintenance robot, guiding it toward a cluster of turrets. The robot triggered a diversion, giving the crew just enough time to slip past. Lyra looked at Aaron in admiration. "Your species, you think so quickly, even in danger," Aaron grinned. "It's called survival instinct. You'll get used to it." They entered the core laboratory, a vast chamber filled with strange devices, glowing with alien energy. Holographic interfaces floated above consoles, and cylindrical chambers lined the walls, containing suspended, preserved forms of Lyra's species. Lyra approached one of the consoles. "This is it. Here lies the technology to preserve our essence. But it requires a compatible partner to activate the transfer." Aaron studied the devices. "Compatible partner, so it's biological?" Lyra nodded. "Yes, but it is safe. The process does not harm the partner. It is a transfer of knowledge and life essence, a preservation method developed over millennia." Aaron hesitated. "I want to understand everything before we proceed. If we make a mistake, it could be dangerous." Lyra smiled faintly. "You are wise, human. That is why I trust you." As they prepared the equipment, the station shuddered violently. Sensors detected an incoming ship, the same faction that had tried to intercept them earlier. They were closing in fast, likely drawn by Lyra's signal. Aaron's jaw tightened. "We need to work fast." "Lyra, can you prepare the device while I handle these intruders?" "Yes," Lyra said, her voice steady. "I can do it." Aaron and the crew activated the station's defenses, using old but functional turrets to slow the approaching enemy. He piloted a maintenance craft through the docking bay, launching decoys and intercepting the enemy ships with human creativity and daring. Despite being outnumbered, the crew's resourcefulness gave them an edge. Meanwhile, Lyra worked tirelessly in the laboratory, her fingers flying over the alien console. Aaron could see the concentration on her face, the determination in her movements. Humanity had a unique ability to inspire hope in others, even alien species, and he realized that this trust and cooperation might be their greatest weapon. The enemy ships attempted to breach the station's defenses, but Aaron and the crew had anticipated every move. Using makeshift strategies and improvisation, they managed to repel the intruders long enough for Lyra to activate the preservation process. A bright light filled the chamber as the device hummed to life. Lyra's eyes glowed faintly, reflecting the alien energy around her. "It's working," she whispered. "The essence is being preserved. My people, they will survive." Aaron exhaled, a wave of relief washing over him. "We did it. Humanity's ingenuity strikes again." Lyra turned to him, her expression one of gratitude and respect. "I owe you more than I can ever express. You and your species, you are truly remarkable." Aaron smiled. "Just doing what humans do best. We survive, we adapt, and we help when we can, that's all." The station quieted, the threat repelled, and the preservation device completed its work. Lyra's species' essence was safely stored, ready to guide future generations. As they returned to the Odyssey, Aaron reflected on the events of the past hours. Humanity's strength lay not just in technology or weapons, but in courage, empathy, and the ability to face impossible odds. They had outsmarted a superior force, preserved an alien civilization, and proven once again that humans were capable of greatness even in the darkest corners of the galaxy. Lyra approached him as they prepared to leave. "Captain, your people are extraordinary. I had heard tales, but I did not know until now. I am honored to have humans as allies." Aaron nodded. "We may be small in the galaxy, but we don't give up. We find solutions even when hope seems lost. That's what makes us human." The stars stretched endlessly outside the viewport, filled with unknown dangers and opportunities. The Odyssey sailed on, carrying the promise of survival for an alien species and the unshakable spirit of humanity. And as Lyra looked at him, a silent understanding passed between them. This was only the beginning of a partnership that would shape the future of both species. Aaron returned to the bridge, ready to face whatever lay ahead. He knew the universe was vast and filled with challenges, but with human courage, ingenuity, and the ability to inspire hope, nothing was truly impossible. And somewhere deep in the stars, the story of humanity's ingenuity and bravery continued to unfold, shining as a beacon of hope for all who encountered it. The Odyssey floated silently in orbit above the Zorian research station, its hull reflecting the pale glow of distant stars. Captain Aaron Vance stood on the bridge, staring at the station below. The preservation device had successfully stored Lyra's people's essence, but he knew the danger was not over. "Captain," Lieutenant Kara said, breaking the silence, "sensors indicate an unknown energy spike from inside the station. It's unstable." Aaron frowned. "Lyra, what's happening?" Lyra stepped forward, her eyes wide with concern. "The process. It is stabilizing, but some systems are overloading. If we do not act quickly, the station may collapse, and my people's essence could be lost." Aaron felt the weight of responsibility pressing on him. They had come so far, and failure now would mean the extinction of an entire species. "Show me what needs to be done," he said firmly. They moved back into the station, navigating its dimly lit corridors with care. The air inside was thick with tension. the hum of alien machinery growing louder with every step. Aaron noticed how different Lyra's perception of space was. She could sense energy flows and structural weaknesses, while he relied on his instincts and experience. "This way," Lyra whispered, leading him to a central chamber. The walls were lined with glowing conduits pulsing with alien energy. In the center stood the preservation device, now vibrating with a soft blue light. Aaron studied the device. "So this is it. How do we stabilize it?" Lyra hesitated. "It requires a compatible partner to channel energy safely into the device. The essence cannot be transferred without a living interface. That is why I need humans." Aaron's brow furrowed. "And I'm the human," Lyra nodded. "Yes, but the process is safe. You will not be harmed. It is a transfer of energy, knowledge, and life patterns, not your life itself. You simply help guide it." Aaron took a deep breath. Humanity had always faced impossible challenges, but they had never given up. He trusted his instincts and he trusted Lyra. "All right, let's do it." Lyra guided him to a console connected to the device. Its interface shimmered with alien symbols, and Aaron's human mind struggled to comprehend it. But instead of panic, he relied on a trait that had defined humans for millennia: adaptability. "Follow my instructions carefully," Lyra said. "First, connect your biointerface here. It will synchronize with the device." Aaron complied, feeling a gentle hum as the interface latched onto his neural signals. He could feel the device adjusting, aligning with his energy. "I feel it," he said. "It's unusual." "Good," Lyra whispered. "Now focus. Think of your people, your home. Your strength, courage, and knowledge. That is the energy the device will channel. Humanity's essence is unique. It is strong, adaptable, and resilient." Aaron closed his eyes, centering himself. Images of Earth, of humanity's victories and struggles, flashed through his mind. He thought of explorers crossing deserts, astronauts venturing into the void, and scientists solving impossible problems. Humanity had always found a way, and he would lend that strength to preserve another species. The device began to hum louder, and a soft light enveloped the chamber. Aaron could feel the energy coursing through him, guided by the alien machinery and his own human determination. Lyra's presence was calm, steady, and reassuring, and Aaron realized that the partnership between human and alien was as vital as the technology itself. Suddenly, alarms blared. The station shuddered violently. Aaron opened his eyes to see structural damage forming along the walls. The stabilization process had triggered a system overload. "Lyra," he shouted, "we need to fix this." Lyra's eyes widened. "We cannot. The only way is to channel more energy, your energy. You must focus harder." Aaron took a deep breath and remembered what made humans special: creativity and courage in the face of danger. Instead of panicking, he used visualization techniques taught in astronaut training, imagining the energy flow like a river, guiding it calmly into the device. The light intensified, and the hum became a resonant vibration throughout the chamber. Aaron could feel his heart pounding, his senses stretched to the limit, but he refused to falter. Humanity had always faced overwhelming odds, and he was not about to fail now. Minutes passed like hours. Slowly, the device's vibration steadied. The conduits glowed a steady blue, and the energy pulses became rhythmic. Lyra let out a sigh of relief. "It is working, Captain Aaron. You are extraordinary." Aaron smiled faintly, exhausted but triumphant. "We did it. Humanity finds a way even in the stars." They stepped back, and the device emitted a soft pulse, confirming the successful preservation of Lyra's people's essence. Aaron felt a deep satisfaction, not just because they had succeeded, but because he had played a part in saving an entire civilization. Lyra approached him, her expression filled with admiration. "Your species, humans, you are more than I imagined. Not just strong, but clever, brave, and compassionate. I am honored to have your help." Aaron nodded. "It's what we do. We survive. We adapt. We help when we can." That's humanity. But there was no time to linger. The station's structural integrity was still compromised, and they had to leave before it collapsed. Aaron led the crew and Lyra back to the docking bay, carefully maneuvering through corridors that threatened to crumble with every step. "Hold on," he said as they navigated a section of the station that began to tilt. "Use your instincts but trust human adaptability." "We'll make it," Kara smiled despite the danger. "Captain, you always find a way, even here." Aaron's mind raced, calculating each movement, each step, relying on instincts honed from years of exploration and survival. Finally, they reached the docking bay and the Odyssey's airlock welcomed them back. Once inside the ship, Aaron collapsed in his chair, exhausted. Lyra stood beside him, her hand lightly resting on his shoulder. "Captain, you saved my people, and you saved the station." "I do not know how to thank you." Aaron shook his head. "No thanks needed. Humanity doesn't survive by expecting rewards. We survive because we have to, and we help others when we can. That's all." Lyra studied him thoughtfully. "Your species, you are remarkable. You do not seek glory, but you achieve it anyway. That is rare in the galaxy." Aaron smiled faintly. "It's what we do. Adapt, survive, and persevere. That's human nature." For a moment, silence filled the bridge, broken only by the soft hum of the ship's engines. The stars outside were countless, mysterious, and infinite, but Aaron felt a deep sense of accomplishment. Humans had faced impossible odds, and once again they had prevailed, not through raw strength alone, but through courage, ingenuity, and moral resolve. Lyra turned to him, her eyes shining. "Captain, my people will rebuild, they will thrive, and it is because of you and humans like you." Aaron nodded. "Then it is worth it." Humanity's strength is not in numbers or technology alone, but in the heart, the courage, and the will to survive. If we can help, we will. The Odyssey prepared to leave orbit, carrying both a human crew and the preserved essence of an alien civilization. Aaron watched as Lyra studied the stars, her mind now filled with hope for her people's future. And he realized that humans were not just survivors. They were inspirers, protectors, and partners in the vast galaxy. As the ship sailed toward new adventures, Aaron felt a quiet pride. Humanity had once again proven its worth, not through domination, but through intelligence, courage, and compassion. Somewhere out there, new civilizations would encounter humans and understand that the species was extraordinary, not because of weapons or power, but because of the heart, the ingenuity, and the resilience that defined them. Aaron glanced at Lyra. "You'll tell your people about humans?" he asked. Lyra smiled. "I already have, and when they meet humans for the first time, they will know the truth, that your species is capable of great things, that humans inspire hope." Aaron leaned back, letting the stars pass by. Humanity had faced the impossible before, and they would continue to do so. But now, they had also extended their hand to another species, ensuring that life, knowledge, and hope would endure, even in the farthest reaches of the galaxy. And somewhere deep in the stars, the story of human ingenuity, bravery, and moral courage continued to shine, a beacon of hope for all who faced darkness and uncertainty. The Odyssey glided away from the Zorian research station, leaving behind the remnants of a civilization that had endured for millennia. The station was stable for now, thanks to the combined efforts of humans and Lyra. Captain Aaron Vance leaned on the bridge rail, watching the station shrink into the distance. The universe was vast and full of danger, but he felt a deep sense of satisfaction. Lyra stood beside him, her violet eyes reflecting the stars. "Captain, my people will rebuild. They now have the knowledge, the tools, and hope, all because of you and your crew." Aaron shook his head. "It wasn't just me. It was the whole crew. Humanity thrives because we work together, even in impossible situations. That's how we survive." Lyra smiled. "Still, you are extraordinary. Your species, humans, you inspire more than survival. You inspire courage, hope, and trust. That is rare in the galaxy." Aaron glanced at her, feeling the weight of their journey. The past days had been filled with danger, uncertainty, and responsibility far beyond what he had ever imagined. And yet humanity had once again proven its value, not through dominance but through ingenuity, bravery, and compassion. The ship's AI chimed. "Captain, sensors indicate that the enemy fleet that pursued us has retreated. They will not be following for now." Aaron exhaled, relief flooding him. "Good, let's set course for home. We've done what we came to do." As the Odyssey traveled through hyperspace, Aaron spent time reviewing the mission. Humanity's ability to face threats head-on, to adapt to new and alien challenges, had saved a species from extinction. Their small team had overcome superior technology, hostile forces, and the vast unknown of space. And all of it had been done with creativity, determination, and moral courage, the hallmarks of what made humans exceptional. Lyra approached him, holding a small device she had salvaged from the station. "Captain, I want to give this to you. It contains records of my people, our history, and our technology. Consider it a gift and a symbol of our trust." Aaron accepted it, examining the intricate symbols etched into the device. "I don't know what to say except thank you." "You don't need to say anything," Lyra replied. "Your actions have already spoken. Humans are capable of greatness, and now our species will remember you as the one who helped us survive." The days that followed were quieter but no less meaningful. Aaron and the crew took stock of supplies, repaired minor damages, and reviewed the alien technology Lyra had brought aboard. The Odyssey was a vessel built for exploration, but this mission had reminded everyone that humanity's greatest strength was its people, their minds, hearts, and courage. One evening, as Aaron gazed out at the stars, Lyra joined him. "Captain, will your people come back this way?" she asked softly. Aaron smiled. "Humans always return. We explore, we learn, we survive. And when others need help, we lend a hand. That's who we are." Lyra nodded thoughtfully. "Then perhaps one day my people and your people will meet, and they will know that humans are not just strong or clever, they are extraordinary." Aaron chuckled. "I hope they do. Humanity thrives when it works with others, when it faces challenges without giving up. That's the true power of our species." As the Odyssey continued its journey home, a sense of accomplishment settled over the crew. They had faced danger, uncertainty, and moral challenges, and they had prevailed. Humanity had once again proven its worth, not through aggression or domination, but through courage, creativity, and compassion. Lyra spent time teaching the crew about her species, technology, and history. Aaron observed as humans absorbed alien knowledge with a mixture of curiosity and determination. Their adaptability amazed even Lyra, who had seen countless civilizations fall because they could not change fast enough. Humans, she realized, were different. They were resilient, resourceful, and unyielding. One day, as they passed a luminous nebula, Aaron reflected on the journey. "Lyra," he said, "humans have always faced impossible odds. On Earth, we survived plagues, wars, and natural disasters. In space, we face threats we can't even imagine. But no matter what, we find a way." Lyra smiled. "And that is why I trust you. That is why my people will survive. Humans are a force of hope in the galaxy." Aaron nodded, feeling a sense of pride that went beyond personal achievement. Humanity's essence, the courage, ingenuity, and moral strength, had touched another species, ensuring that knowledge and life would endure. And that, he realized, was a legacy worth leaving. As the Odyssey approached the edge of explored space, Lyra activated a holographic map. "Captain, this region is filled with uncharted systems. There are civilizations that have never met humans. They may need guidance, or at least, a sign that hope exists." Aaron studied the map, his mind alive with possibilities. Humanity's role in the galaxy was no longer just survival, it was leadership through example. By acting with courage, creativity, and moral integrity, humans could inspire others and protect the vulnerable. Then we continue, Aaron said firmly. We explore, we help, and we inspire. That's what humans do. Lyra looked at him, her eyes filled with admiration. And perhaps, one day humans and my people will build a lasting alliance, a bond that spans the stars. Aaron smiled. I believe that too. Humanity doesn't just survive, it grows, learns, and protects. That's how we make the galaxy a better place. The days turned into weeks, and the Odyssey sailed through uncharted star systems. Every challenge they encountered, asteroid fields, rogue comets, minor technical malfunctions, was met with human ingenuity and determination. Lyra observed closely, learning how humans approached problems with creativity, courage, and teamwork. She was inspired, realizing that her people had found a true partner in humanity. One evening, as the ship floated silently near a glowing binary star, Aaron and Lyra stood together on the observation deck. The stars shimmered in patterns neither of them fully understood, yet the beauty of the universe was undeniable. "Captain," Lyra said softly, "your people, they are more than I imagined. Humans are strong, clever, and brave, but most importantly, they care. That is what makes you extraordinary." Aaron looked at her humbled. "We do what we must, and we help when we can. That's who we are. I hope your people remember that." Lyra nodded. "They will, and so will I. Humanity will be known as a species of hope, courage, and ingenuity. I am honored to have met you." The Odyssey continued its voyage, carrying humans, alien knowledge, and a promise of hope across the stars. Aaron knew that this mission was just the beginning. Humanity's journey in the galaxy had only just begun, and the potential to inspire, protect, and innovate was limitless. And as the stars stretched endlessly before them, one truth was clear. Humanity's greatest power was not in weapons or technology alone, but in the heart, courage, and determination to make the universe a better place, for themselves and for others. Captain Aaron Vance leaned on the railing, watching the distant stars. Beside him, Lyra's presence reminded him that humanity's actions could ripple across the galaxy, touching lives, saving civilizations, and inspiring hope. In that quiet moment, he knew that humans would continue to face the unknown with courage. They would explore, learn, and protect, leaving a legacy that would endure far beyond Earth. And somewhere, across the countless stars, Lyra's people would rebuild, guided by human ingenuity and compassion, knowing that another intelligent species had fought for their survival. The Odyssey sailed on, a small human ship in an infinite universe, carrying the enduring spirit of humanity. And as the galaxy spread before them, full of wonder, danger, and endless possibilities, Captain Aaron Vance smiled. Humanity had once again proven that they could face the impossible, protect the vulnerable, and inspire hope, even among the stars. For Aaron and his crew, for Lyra and her people, and for all the civilizations yet to be discovered, one thing was certain. The human spirit would continue to shine, a beacon of courage, intelligence, and compassion in the vast darkness of space. And so, a new beginning unfolded, not just for Lyra's people, but for humanity itself, leaving an everlasting mark on the galaxy and proving that no matter how vast the universe, the heart of humanity would always guide the way.